Hey there, everybody. I'm JR.
I'm Roger.
We are the Eclectic Nerdz, and with San Diego Comic Con happening right now, there's so many awesome trailers. So we're gonna get ongoing and talking with one in particular that we really like.
Yup.
Walking Dead. All right. So the trailer dropped.
Brian, don't look at me like that.
Don't look like that.
Anyway, trailer dropped, and we are going to war, ladies and gentlemen. It's official.
Hurrah!
We saw it at the end of last season. Negan said we're going to war. We all knew what that meant. Well, most of us knew what that meant because in the comic series, issues 115 through 126 is the arc of All Out War, where in the Hilltop, Alexandria, and the Kingdom unite forces against the Saviors. I'm excited. I'm like getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Actually, if you can like see that, I don't know if you can tell.
Close up in science.
It's pretty crazy because there's a lot of stuff that happens in those 12 issues. Somebody goes hostage, people lose limbs, people get all kinds of messed up. The Saviors get infiltrated, which we see a little bit of in the trailer with we see inside the compound of the Saviors. They line up in front of the doors, and it looks like there's a takeover.
Yeah.
We get to see a peek at some new characters that come in during and after that arc. Like I think one of the guys that was in the forest fighting a walker that might be Siddiq. One of the characters, one of the characters that comes out in the comics. Father Gabriel at the beginning looks like he's captured by Negan. So basically this is a checklist, right? So we got Neganisms, check. Hostages, check. Explosions, check. Daryl being a badass, check.
Double check.
Carol being a badass, check.
Triple check.
Jesus, check. Badass Rick, check.
Maggie,
check. Rick's speech, check. Maggie's speech, check. We got a peek of everything and anything that we wanted, and I think I'm happy and satisfied.
What I really enjoy is because we know we're going to war in this next season. It's action packed. The whole trailer. It looks like a '90s action flick because there's even a scene where you have Daryl on his bike with that action sequence. He's coming towards the camera, blah blah blah, with his revolver or whatnot.
So from right now, spoilers for everybody who's not familiar with the comic, and this may get spoiled for you in the show. Shiva. I'm kind of scared for Shiva because in the comics, I'm like, it's getting hard for me to talk right now.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so Shiva in the comics, Shiva sacrifices herself to save Ezekiel again. No, so Ezekiel saves Shiva. Now Shiva saves Ezekiel, and Shiva it looks like in the trailer she's fighting a pack of walkers in a ditch, which is how oh my god. We're playing the trailer in the background, and I just saw it, and I was like, it's a little bit emotional. Anyway, so Shiva, it looks like she might be gone this season, which I don't know if that's a move to save money on the CGI budget, or if it's to actually like go for the comics. In any case, I'm gonna be sad because that's gonna be one of the more notable character deaths. What else do we see? So I think in the comics, Holly, So the arc opens up with all three communities lining up in front of the Savior compound, armored with their armored cars, guns in hand, saying, "Negan, we're not going to take any more of your bullshit." And I think that's how they're probably going to start this season because after he announces that they're going to work in issue 114, 115 jumps directly into the war. So I don't know if there's going to be build up to it or if they're going to start right there and then like they did at the beginning of season 6, start at one point and then flash back as they go throughout the season and tell you how they got up to the point where they meet up to the present and then go forth with the story. So I think the setup and those first couple issues are going to be the first half of the season. Yeah. And then halfway through the second season, we might be done with the All Out War arc, and there's going to be a time jump. Now, the time jump is a thing in the comics, for those of you that don't know. And in the trailer, when that cane popped up, I freaked out. I literally jumped out of my seat, and I said, oh my God, we're getting Old Man Rick. And let me tell you, Old Man Rick, he's reminiscent of season 2 and 3 of the Ricktatorship, where he would go crazy with power, and he's a little bit more intense. It's pretty
ruthless,
awesome,
man.
Yeah.
And me as a person who's been in and out of the comics, but for sure been a huge fan of the series itself, to see Old Man Rick is interesting. As you mentioned, it feels like we're gonna go back to that old Rick, but it's interesting to see how the series is gonna be different from the comics. You know, I know some people were saying, I've already had discussion with certain members here and certain like even people walking in today during discussions, people think, oh, I'll be mad if it's a dream. No, dude, it's not a dream. Okay, quit thinking that the cliche when someone's in bed waking up is a dream.
Or
no.
will they open up with it as Old Man Rick and then
it's a flashback,
going back to the flashback? I don't know.
Ooh.
Either way, I think they might say that.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah,
because at that point, you've already established everything that's going to happen, and then you realize that in present time, all that did happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because after the time jump is 2 years, and it basically it's directly right after 126. 127, Old Man Rick wakes up, and he's got his cane in hand, his beard's a little bit longer, he looks way scruffier, a little bit battle worn. So it's basically all of the colonies are there. It's the Reconstruction period, right? So you see everything's more sustained. They have vegetable life, vegetation, agriculture,
but no
they have animals and stuff. They're thriving basically, and no Shiva, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting what to do with the time jump.
We're so excited, guys. I can't tell you, me personally, this is one of the coolest series out there. So we're really excited and hope you guys are as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video. Join the conversation in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Let's interact.
Yep.
Okay.
Let us know what you think is going to happen this season. Am I right? Am I wrong? Would you like to see a more true to the comic adaptation onto the screen?
All right, guys. With that being said, I'm JR.
I'm Roger.
We're Eclectic Nerdz, guys. We're out.